Hello, everybody. I'm back. Let's talk about week 2 of the NFL. Um, First, I'm going to talk about week 1 of the NFL. I went 8-1 on my teasers. The only loser was Jacksonville with 4 seconds left. Didn't cover the under. Uh, that was predicated on Trevor Lawrence being terrible, which he was. You threw 3 interceptions, which led to easy Houston scores. So that's what happens. My winners were Tampa Bay -1. Washington under was San Diego. Seattle, my big lock. Minnesota over. Frisco. Miami under with New England. The Rams under against the Bears. And the Oakland-Baltimore game over. And all of them were good. Once I started rolling, I knew I was going to win the Rams, and I knew I was going to win Baltimore. You just get that feel. Lessons learned. What did I learn? I spent a lot of time in this on the video I just did. Basically, I'm going to rank the teams. I'll give you a quick ranking. So the 8 teams I got are New Orleans, the Rams, the Tampa Bay, who's kind of an over. Their defense has to get better. The B teams are Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Frisco and Philly, San Diego, Baltimore. Green Bay, I don't know what to rank them now. They're not a W team. They lose to the Lions 38-3, then they'll be a Z team. But with Aaron Rodgers, I think they're still a strong, solid B team. The unders are the Giants, Washington, Carolina, Chicago, Miami, New England, the Jets, and the overs are Houston, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Oakland, possibly Jacksonville. Their defense sucked. Minnesota, Arizona, Seattle, Dallas, Kansas City, and maybe Detroit. We're not sure yet. What is a rank? Okay, A, great offense, great defense, like the Rams, like Tampa last year, where you're going to score a lot and you have a great defense. The B teams are just a step under. They're pretty good offensively. They're pretty good defensively, but they're not that elite. The overs are Dallas, strong offense, weak defense. They're going to score a lot, give up a lot. The unders, weak quarterback, weak offense, good defense, like the Jets, Carolina, where they're not going to score a lot, but their defense is strong. Maybe New England, Miami, and it's really just a bad quarterback. That's how I rank it. So what I try to do, if I got 2 overs playing, we bet over. If I got 2 unders playing, I bet under, like New England and Miami last week. When it's a mix, then you're not sure what to do with it. I probably lay away from it unless it's a low 40s, and then I go, well, I know they're going to score, and so I would do that. So then I look at the quarterbacks. So when Brady's playing Rodgers, it's going to be an over usually. The key things to look for, now you got a bunch of new coaches. You got new quarterbacks, these rookie quarterbacks. Rookie quarterbacks don't know what they're doing. Anybody that says, oh, play Fields, play Trey Lance, he should be out there, and that bullshit. These guys, Fields, this is not Ohio State. He probably can't read a blitz. Josh Allen can't read a blitz yet. Trey Lance played 1 year in Division II. He's ready. He played North Dakota State. He's ready. Carson Wentz sucks, and he played North Dakota State. I'm not sold on these North Dakota State quarterbacks being NFL quarterbacks. So these rookies are just not ready. When you see them out there, you like Trevor Lawrence, you bet against them because they can't handle blitzes. They weren't that strong in college against better teams. As I said, Trevor Lawrence against Ohio State, both years didn't show up. They got lucky to win the first year. The second year, they got killed. He didn't even complete 50% of his passes. He's not a real good passing quarterback. He's more of a runner, but you don't really notice it. So, again, watching that, I don't see it. So, Um, so big takeaways. Okay, how good's New Orleans with Winston? I don't know. Is it all Sean Payton? He could make Trevor Lawrence a good quarterback because he could just find his a good coach knows that the players' pros and cons, and he plays to the pros. That's what a good coach does, and that's what he just gets the best out of the player at what they can do. Lombardi was like that. He wouldn't have you do what you couldn't do. He'd want you to do what you could do, but do it very well. And I think that's what Peyton does. But most of these coaches suck, and they don't know what they're doing. So we'll see what New Orleans is. I'm waiting to see like teams like Pittsburgh and Oakland. I think's okay. I think the Rams are an A. Frisco and Philly. I'm waiting to see what they're up to. New England with Mac Jones and the Jets, both new quarterbacks. What are they going to do? They don't know what they're doing. And I'm so tired of hearing the Alabama quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts is not very good. He's fast. So he's going to run around. Does that make him a good quarterback? I don't know. Is he accurate? We'll see. We'll see when they get down if he brings them back. All he can do is run around like Kyler Murray. So he's another Kyler Murray. So we'll see. I don't think they made the playoffs last year, Kyler Murray. So I'm not sold that just because the guy's a fast little guy and he can run around, he's really a good NFL quarterback. I'll take Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady style and Mahomes style all day over those styles. Let's see what Denver's about. I do like Bridgewater. They should blow out Jacksonville because I think Jacksonville has no defense. We'll see. Minnesota, how's their defense? Is Atlanta as bad as they looked? Is Tennessee, is their defense as bad as it looks? So a lot of these questions we're trying to figure out. Green Bay is obviously better than they looked. Is Detroit an over team? Is their offense really that good, or is it all their defense sucks and they got lucky at the end there? So this is what week 2 is about, is with no preseason anymore, these teams are not in shape and the timing sucks. So week 1, you don't know what to do, but the players are playing the whole game. Week 2, now the players are start to get their wind. Could they all go last week? Probably not. This week, you'll see a better performance out of the players. The coaches will get better. There's new offensive and defensive coordinators. They had a week to get ready. So a lot of that you'll see. And that's really what we're looking for. So right now it's kind of new. I bet Russell Wilson last week, but most of my picks were over and unders. Frisco against Detroit. I took that one just on a hunch. I didn't love it, but I knew Detroit. Bet against Detroit in the teaser is 90%. So I figured, what the hell? And that's really what's going on now. So the first few weeks, that's why I always get better as the year goes on. And I tell my customers that just don't panic. Just wait till about week 4 or 5. Then we're really going to start making money, because then I know where I might have bet against the team in week 1. I now am betting on the team in week 5, because now I see the team change, the coach changed, the quarterback came in, something happened where they did a better job. And so that's what I'm looking for. My free pick this week is going to be take the Rams. They're laying 3.5 over under 47. If Seattle blew out Indy, Carson Wentz doesn't have a chance against this Ram defense, and Stafford looked like a good quarterback last week. So I really like the Rams laying 3.5. You get 2.5. You're getting points at the Rams against Indy. Unbelievable. And the second pick is going to be take Green Bay, lay 4.5 to Detroit. Green Bay should be pissed off about losing, and you're laying 4.5. The secondary Detroit stinks, so Kuda's out for the year with an Achilles, so they're even weaker. Rodgers should have a field day. Green Bay's won the last 4, so look for that too. Green Bay won't have a problem with Detroit. New coach, he don't know what he's doing. So I just see Detroit might score a little bit, but Green Bay is going to be upset. And here's where you like betting the loser back when it's a good loser. Green Bay, the Rams, Kansas City, when teams like that lose, they get awful upset. But when they're a good team, they can do something about it. Like Ohio State this week. All right, they lost to a good Oregon team. Again, you didn't know Oregon was that good. Now you do. And so Ohio State, after a loss, they're not going to lose two in a row, especially to Tulsa. So that's where you look at when a good team loses, you know you got the focus. So you know they're pissed off, and now they should be much stronger as you go. So, yeah, Green Bay against the weak Detroit defense. And Detroit might score, and that's what we're going to see. They don't really have wide receivers. You know, they scored real late. 2 late touchdowns against the Niners. They got an onside kick somehow. So just looking at that, Green Bay is going to be focused, and it's going to be pretty ugly, I think. So I like Green Bay laying 4.5. They've won the last 4. They're good at home. Detroit's terrible as a road dog, and off of a loss, Green Bay at home, their home opener, they should pound each. They should put up at least a 40 on them. You can almost bet it over, just Green Bay getting over. It's 48, getting to 42. But so I like that. And the Rams over Indy. The Rams should be hungry. And the way Stafford is, good luck trying to stop that team. And Indy's doesn't have the defense or the offense. The receivers are hurt. Carson Wentz is not good. So that's my pick. So we'll see tomorrow. The Giants, Washington. The Giants have actually won the last 5. It's really an even game, but the Giants are so bad. Washington without a quarterback. It's probably an under game. As you can see, the over-under went down to 41. And I don't blame it. I don't know why it's that high. Washington's defense should shut out the Giants. Normally, I would take the Giants in 9, but I don't trust Daniel Jones. I don't trust the coach, who's terrible. So that's the big difference from when I started in the 70s and 80s. You had Lombardi and Chuck Noll and Don Shula. He was the biggest joke. He choked every year. He got in Super Bowl III, and he never could beat the Packers. He was the biggest choke coach. And then Tom Landry was a big choke coach, but these were good coaches. Shula eventually, it's funny with Shula, he finally won playing the Green Bay style, the Zonka and kick and the good defense. And then he goes away from it. He gets Marino, and they never win a Super Bowl again. He coaches another 30 years, and he's never smart enough to go back to run the ball and play defense, which is what won for Pittsburgh. It won for Green Bay in the 60s and 70s. And he never went back, and he never won another Super Bowl. But, I mean, you had, Bill Walsh. So you used to bet the coaches. Now there's it looks like the best coach is Sean Payton. I don't see another, strong coach. The Kansas City coach, to me, is not that good. He choked 4 playoff games for Philadelphia. Harbaugh, I don't think, is that good. I don't like Green Bay's coach. Tampa Bay's coach is it's all Brady again. So I'm really there really isn't a strong coach out there that you want to bet on. Shanahan, he chokes. If you go down the list, I don't see a real good coach except for Sean Payton out there. So you're dealing with a bunch of bad coaching, and we better play Fields because he's the draft pick and he looked good at Ohio State. Well, that's college. This is pros. Is he a good pro? No, he's not going to be. Trey Lance, I don't know. We don't have enough information. Maybe if he plays 10 games and he wins 9, then I'll say he's a good quarterback. Right now, he didn't prove anything. Doing a good job at North Dakota State doesn't mean anything. How many Rose Bowls did he win? How many playoff games did he win? None. So that's what you got going on. A little more over-unders just because who knows about the team. I got the Philly-Frisco game over. The Jets-New England's a good under. Arizona, Minnesota is a good over. Tampa Bay, I don't know if that's an over. I don't know if Atlanta can score points or not. Um, Seattle, Tennessee, I don't know if Tennessee is going to score. Otherwise, it's the Seattle play. Dallas, San Diego, I like over. Dallas should score. They look really sharp offensively. Defensively, they suck. San Diego should be, you look at it backwards. You go, okay, the over under is 55. You go over 49, which is a 30, which is a 28-23 game, gets you an over. And for sure, both teams will be in the 20s, if not the 30s. So both defenses, I still think defenses will get tired in the fourth quarter because they don't really aren't in shape. KC Baltimore, probably an over, but it's a pretty big number, 55. So like I say, we don't know enough about a lot of these teams to know how bad they are. Like, there's it's like Chicago, Cincinnati. I know is an over. Is Houston an over? Is Houston going to score like they did against Cleveland or like they did against Jacksonville? I don't know. Jacksonville just have a bad defense. Yes. So you don't know what to look for there. But that's what I like. Quick trends. Teams that are good against the number, the play teams. Play teams are you bet the teaser on them. Play against teams, you bet against them on the teaser. So like the Lions against as a road dog. The best play teams are Tampa Bay, Miami, Buffalo, San Diego, Seattle, New Orleans, and Kansas City. Now that's based on last year and the last 2 years. We got one game this year. Eventually it'll be this year and last year, and then this year, last year, and 19. I go back 5 years, but with all the changes, all the new coaches, all the new quarterbacks, it's extremely, do the 5-year trends make any sense? It did with Tampa Bay, with New England, because Brady and Belichick were there. But if you keep, like, I can't use Tampa's old lines because Brady's only been there 1 year. I can look at last year's Brady, but even then, the first 5 or 6 weeks, he was getting comfortable. So now it's like half of last year and this year are Brady trends. I did that for Peyton Manning when he went to Denver. You had to throw out all the Denver. They were using Tebow, and then you had to wait. And then after like 2 years, I had good Denver trends with Manning. So that's why I don't know about these 5-year trends. Too many coaching changes, too many quarterback changes. Anyway, the play against teams. Now, these are teams that you bet against in a teaser. So I talk teaser world, 6-point teasers. San Diego, the Jets, Houston, Jacksonville, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, the Giants, Detroit, and Minnesota. Now you notice San Diego's on both sides. Well, that they play close games, and so when they win, when they're laying 7 and you're laying 1, they win by 5. You won the laying 1, and you won taking the other team plus the 13. So that's why they're on. They can be on both sides. There's games that when I used to bet way back in the 70s and 80s, you could just play a teaser on the team and you'd win both. You could play, as long as I played a teaser on this game, you'd win it because the game would be close and the teaser sides, all 4 would win. Pretty much that. It's a lot good, like probably the Oakland Pitt game should probably be like that. It'll probably be Pitt winning by a field goal or 6 or 7. Even if they win by 10, it's a teaser anyway. Those are the type of games that you do. Frisco, Philly will probably be play a teaser. Frisco maybe wins by 7. If they win, Philly might win. I don't know. That's a real tough one because you can't get enough out of the Lions game for Frisco, and you can't get enough out of Philly, Atlanta. You can't get enough out of Houston, Jackson. You got to see them against a better team to really see how good they are. Like Stanford lost to Kansas State. I think they're terrible, and they kill USC. All right, well, what Stanford team am I supposed to bet on? So you don't know what you're really looking at. So that's why. But in the pros, they're all pros. They're not playing Lehighs, so you get a better understanding of that. But last week 8-1. This week should be a good week if everything remains normal. I at least have vision on. Yeah, this is a good pick. That like I said, the Rams. Now I see them and going, they're going to kill Indy, and they're only laying 3.5. They should be laying 10. The bookies haven't caught up with them yet, but I have. And then, like I said, the Green Bay, Detroit. Okay, Green Bay looks terrible. Now you got them off a loss against the worst team, Detroit, at home, a team they normally beat, winning the last 4. So you're betting not a revenge game, but you're betting a good team losing. And okay, week 1 is done, and now you're looking at week 2, and that's where you're really okay. Green Bay is going to give their best effort. Now we might lose this game because Green Bay might not be. It might really be lousy this year, although with Aaron Rodgers, you can't imagine. And they got the receivers, Fresno State. I can remember his college. I can't remember his name. But you have that. So when you have that, it should be a good or Adams, I think. So they should be focused. They should be pissed off that they lost 38-3, and they should give a good performance. So provided it's a normal Green Bay team, which it looks like, then they should kill Detroit. So that's the logic behind it. Again, you're watching strong teams playing, off of a loss. You got to assume that it's the same team that's been there the last 4 or 5 years. So I guess that's it. Any questions? I don't see anything. So the pick is the Rams and Green Bay in a 2-team teaser. Let me know if you have any questions. The site's www.teaserking.com. It's a very good price for the week. You get all my plays. Like last week was 9 games. So I don't just give you these guys give $35 gives you 1 game. I'm giving you a teaser, so you actually have 2 teams. And then and it's a reasonable price. I've had a lot of people buy the month, which is like $200 for 4 weeks. So it's $50 a week. And then I've had some bet play the whole year. They want all the picks. If you buy the pro package, you get the pro locks, not the college locks. If you buy the pro and college week, you get any lock I give out. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a college lock. I'll probably have a pro lock. And again, a lock's just a good. I really love the game. The spreads are good, like the Rams. I really love the game. The spread's low. They should beat India. I'm not worried about Carson Wentz. Unless Stafford has a bunch of turnovers, they should win the game. So basically, that's what I'm looking at. So the lock is a strong play that the trends are favorable, and the matchup's favorable. That's what I look at. So anyway, I don't see any questions. So www.teaserking.com. Pick up the package, and you can email me there if you have any questions or comments. If you buy the package, then I can also advise you on other games that I don't play that you like. I can tell you to play them or stay away from them or whatever. All right, everybody. Well, have a great day, and I'll do the college one probably tomorrow. I really want to study the college hard. Had a bad week in college, but I had a great week in the pros. So it's just once I can identify the team, in college was extremely difficult to identify. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you very much.